YouTube video. So today we are going to learn some basic concepts of Java, and let me tell you, this is going to be a very long series. I'm going to start with very basics, and we are going to cover from the very beginning. So this is going to be a very long series, so I hope you enjoy the series and tune in and do subscribe to my channel. So let's get started. So today we are going to learn very basic concepts and how exactly Java is being written, or what exactly are the syntax and how exactly you can write code if you are a beginner. So I'm going to create another video where you can see how we can install Java and which editor or which code editor you should use, or you are comfortable with. Feel free to use any code editor like Eclipse, IntelliJ. I'm personally going to use IntelliJ on this code, so if you want, you can download the community edition from the website. Let's get started. So I'm gonna start with very basic concepts. So this is on the left hand side is, you can say, a project explorer on the IntelliJ pane, and this is your coding screen where you're actually going to write some code. So let's get started, and I'm gonna print hello world the very first time. It's, you can say, it's programming in programming world. The first thing which every programmer would like to do is printing out the hello world. So I'm gonna do the same thing, and then we'll explain what exactly each keyword means while we are going through that. So let's do this. I'm gonna create a main class and write a system.out.println and then do hello world. Okay, so hello world, and let's try to run it. All right, I think it's taking a bit. All right, so we can see the hello world is printed out, and here you can see we did some of bunch of coding, and it might be overwhelming somebody who's new to Java, but yeah, let me explain you what exactly each and everything means. Starting from this, so let's ignore this one for a while, but yeah, so everything in Java. So since Java is an object-oriented programming language, so everything in Java is classified as objects and classes. So object is basically, you can say, a very basic entity. So it's an all right, I'm gonna ignore this for a while. All right, so it's an object-oriented programming language, so everything is summed up in a class. So you can start with public class, and this is the class name. So public is basically, you can say, an access modifier. That means if somebody outside of your class can access this class or not. So that's the reason it's public. There are a few other access modifier. We are going to cover those as well. And also the class is a keyword, and this is the name of the class. And keep in mind that P here, or the first letter of class, should be as a naming standard, it should be capital. So for your so main method is basically the entry point of your application. Like whenever the JVM, it sounds so overwhelming, but JVM is Java Virtual Machine, so we'll cover that one in a separate video. So whenever a JVM tries to access or run the program, it looks for main methods. It looks for main method, and the main method, that's the reason it should be public, so that JVM is installed on your C drive or D drive, or depending upon whatever the operating system you're using. So it could be installed somewhere on your computer, but yeah, and you're writing a program on somewhere on this folder. So somebody has to, and so JVM should be able to look for this program or this main method anywhere within your computer. So that's the reason we put it as public, so that it can be accessible. Secondly, it's a static void main. So let's go to the void. So void is basically it's not gonna return anything. That means if you call any function and you get something in return, but in this case it's not going to return anything. And static is basically used here because it's a shareable resource, and since Java is an object-oriented programming language, since until this line we have not created any object so far, so to call this method we need a sort of object. But we have created it as a static so that we don't have to create an object, and this should be called easily. So that's the reason, and these are the string type of arguments, which we'll go and cover that on further. And in this case, if you guys have experience with C++ and other programming languages, usually in C++ we do printf, and in Java we do, in C++ we do cout and or cin to take input. So similar way in Java we do system.out.println to print these things, or print whatever inside these double quotes on the console. So this window you can see here is a console. So system.out.println, system is basically a class like I mentioned on this one. So whatever you see on the in the Java programming language with the first letter as a capital, that's basically a class. It could be either written by you or it could be written by your JVM itself or programming language. And out is an object reference, and println is a method which is written. If you want to go inside the system, let's see. So to go inside system, you can do hit control on your keyboard and right click, and you can see system class, and everything is written in there, whatever it's written inside this. So you can see it's print streams object out, it's null here, and deep down you'll find something else as well. Where it is, let's search it out. Okay, there are a number of instances you can see here. Out is written a lot of times, but yeah, you can probably go and research about it. And this is the object reference, and this is the method, and that's the reason we have the print. We were able to print it on the consoles. And if you go on the println method, and you can see here, so it takes an input and then print and then provides a new line here also. So print and ln for the new line. Let's do this as well, and I'm gonna remove this ln, and you do hello Java. So in that case you'll get a new line after this, but after this you won't be able to get a new line. So I'm gonna run this, and then we'll demonstrate what exactly I mean. Alright, so it's gonna print hello Java on the next line, but the next one, if I'm going to take it on the same line, let's give some space here as well. Alright, so you can see a differentiation. So this thing will not be on the next line, it's gonna be on the same line. Let's run it. Alright, you can see here hello world, hello Java, and it's on the same line. So that's the reason we have used print and println. So yeah, so that's basically your first program in Java. If you are able to do this, congratulations. It's a long journey ahead, but stay tuned. And thank you so much for watching, guys, for this video. Please like and subscribe and share, and do comment on the videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video.